Hey guys, Adam here. Okay, so today I want to talk about sharpness. Now, a lot of people when they're comparing camera lenses and camera bodies, they only really think about sharpness. They don't think about the other looks or the other qualities of a camera or a lens. But yeah, today we're just going to be talking about sharpness for the sake of argument, and we're going to be conducting a little bit of an experiment. Now, I've personally got two great still cameras in my arsenal. I've got a Nikon D810 with the 2470 f2.8. It's a brilliant lens and it's a brilliant camera body. Really happy with it. I've also got some Leica gear. One piece of my Leica gear is the Safari MP Type 240 with the 35mm f2 Summicron lens. So the Summicrons are considered, from what I understand, to be some of the sharpest lenses that Leica makes. Woo! The 2470 f2.8 from Nikon, everyone raves about. It's so sharp, it's so versatile, etc, etc. So I have conducted a small test between the Nikon 2470 2.8 and the Leica 35 f2. I've taken the same shot at varying apertures between each two. Now, this isn't really a scientific test. This is just a real-world test that took about 10 minutes that anyone else could go out and give a try if they wanted to. So, okay, this picture might not look too special. It is just a tree that has fallen down in my backyard. This particular photograph was taken on my Leica at f2 with the on the 35mm Summicron ISO 200. That is the base ISO for the Leica MP Type 240. It's quite sharp. Now, I've taken exactly the same shot on the Nikon. Now, I'll point out here that I've downloaded the RAWs into Lightroom. I have done no post-processing on either RAWs. All I've done is convert them into JPEGs, specifically so I can drop them into Premiere. I've color matched them in Photoshop, and that's been it. So remember, the D810 is a 36 megapixel camera, and the MP Type 240 is a 24 megapixel camera. Okay, now things are getting interesting. Now I've taken this photograph on the Nikon with the 2470 set at 35mm at f2.8, and I've taken this photograph at f2.8 on the 35mm Leica. What do we think about the differences? You know, looking at them and sizing them to be exactly the same size, putting one on top of the other in Photoshop, there's maybe just a little bit of extra smoothness, tiny bit of extra information in the Nikon, but then the Leica maybe doesn't distort or blow out towards the edges of the corners of the shot too much. I don't know. It's very hard to pick the difference. Similarly at f4, very difficult to pick a difference between the two lenses. To me, they both seem very similar. Well, there you have it, guys. A quick test setting the 2470 Nikon at 35mm and pitching it against the Leica 35mm Summicron. You know, fair enough, that wasn't a very scientific test, that was just my at-home base test to see how things go. But I can't really pick too much of a difference. Maybe the Nikon has a little bit of an edge with this lens. I don't know. If you were to compare the technical features of the body, you could say the Leica is great because there's just zero messing around with taking a shot, and the Leica is a lot of fun to use. The Nikon, 36 megapixels, so more resolution, but we've also got a much lower ISO capability. We can go down to 64 ISO natively on the sensor here. If we want to go below 200, we have to pull it on there. But yeah, I mean, it's horses for courses really, isn't it? But from simply comparing the lenses, I can't really pick a difference, but I'd love to know what everyone else has to think. Thanks guys.